Man, fucking beautiful, dog. Clean up, very clean, dog.
Abandoned factory. In the video, we see Jared approaching a large abandoned dog treat factory. The outside is desolate and full of old, decaying cars.
Dude, it looks like...
Jared enters the
What the
building
hell, man? It
by
looks
going
like
through a
Chernobyl.
broken window. He begins making his way through the building, finding old rooms full of tools and machinery.
Is this like the aftermath of
This
a
is
war
where
or
he
something?
hears the
What the hell
first
is this?
strange noise above him.
Oh, the locker room.
Hell no, dude. I'm out of there, dude.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Bro,
Every
this
now
looks
and
like
then
a
just
video
weird
game.
noises and bangs, but
It's like an escape room or
just
some
like
shit.
last time, it's a windy day, so...
Despite this,
Dude, literally
Jared
looks like a
continues
video game
his
escape
urban
room. I'm outta here,
exploration
man.
through the factory.
Hell
He
no, I'm not
says
staying
that
here.
he's afraid of running into people.
Oh, hell no,
as
dude.
when
This
he
shit
was
looks
there
so
before,
shady.
he saw two people
Oh my
walking
God.
around. He walks deeper into the factory before finding himself stuck on the upper levels. During this time, he looks out a window and makes an unsettling discovery.
There's a car right there.
Is that the cop?
I can't figure that should be too much of a problem for me, though,
There's
because
like cars going down
the
the
way
road,
I'm going to go
up and
out
down.
is completely circling around here like I did to get in, so... Oh, they're out of their car. Oh, they're coming in the gate. They're coming in the gate.
What the fuck is this dude?
The man in the red car opens the gate and drives into the compound. Jared is getting nervous at this point, realizing that the man could potentially catch him. He makes his way down a large ramp which takes him to the ground level.
I think I see where he drove through. It looks like the same red car.
Oh shit, he's going inside. Oh fuck.
I couldn't tell what he was holding.
Jared sees the man fairly close to him and decides to try and escape a different way. But as he's moving, he hears something that absolutely terrifies him.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that?
Was that a gunshot?
It sounded like he kicked down the door. It was loud.
I think it was. He had something in his hand too. It must have been a gun.
Oh
Believing
shit.
that the man has a gun, Jared is beginning to panic. He continues to make his way through the factory, still unsure of where the man could be lurking. He decides to maneuver through a window before making his escape, until things get very bad.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
What the fuck?
Oh, it's just me. My
Oh shit, he's holding a fucking rifle.
Get over there now.
What?
Sit down. Here's your handcuffs.
Is this dude like undercover detective? Undercover cop or
Got it.
something?
Okay.
Either I can put them on or you can put them on. Take your pick.
I've never put on handcuffs before.
Here, just put them on each side of you. How's that? Put them in front of you. That way you can carry them in front, okay?
What's gonna happen?
But what's going to happen is the police is going to come and then you take your name and they'll get you for criminal trespassing. It's nothing these days. A lot better than me shooting you, isn't it?
Was that what I heard?
Yeah,
What'd you shoot at?
shoot it. See people, I shoot at them. If they run, you shoot. There you go.
As the man brings
Holy
Jared
fuck,
back
this
to
is
the front of
crazy.
the factory, he makes multiple jokes about shooting people who have trespassed prior. Jared does his best to diffuse the tension, to which the man says that if he sees anyone else, he will probably end up shooting them. He'd shoot them in a heartbeat, he says. That's just life. The video comes to an end as Jared tells
Shit.
us what happened after the camera cut. Jared gets in the man's car and they drive to the front of the factory where, after an hour, the cops finally show up. They take Jared away to the jail and he luckily gets away with his life. The same can't be said for other trespassers who, after Jared had been taken away, were in fact shot by the man.
Really?
I want to extend a warning for this content in particular. Antoinette Christine Cayedito is a Native American girl who disappeared from her home in Gallup, New Mexico on April 6, 1986. Although law enforcement officials believe her to be deceased, she is still officially listed as a missing person and her case remains open. 1 year after Cayedito's disappearance, the Gallup Police Department received a frantic phone call. The caller was a young girl who claimed to be Cayedito, saying that she was in Albuquerque. Here is the audio of that clip.
I'm Antoinette Cayedito.
Okay, whereabouts in Albuquerque? Hello? Antoinette, where are you? Antoinette? Hello?
Before the call could be traced, an angry adult voice could be heard shouting, "Who said you could use the phone?" followed by the girl screaming and the sounds of a scuffle, after which the phone call was cut off. Cayedito's mother, Penny, believed the voice to be her daughter's, but could not recognize the adult's voice. On the subject of 911 audio recordings, here is another one recovered and posted to the internet. This one, I warn you, is very disturbing. The audio comes from an old woman named Ruth Price. She is calling the police after a strange man is seen lurking outside of her house.
What's the problem, ma'am? Oh, there's some guy been checking the place out. Well, he went in the back. I have an apartment in the back, and he said he was looking for a guy. And he comes to my door, and said he's looking for an apartment. So I live alone, and I'm an old lady. Where is he now, ma'am? I don't have no idea.
The full story of Ruth Price and this call is still uncertain. Questions began to arise after the audio was leaked. People asking, was it real or was it all a hoax? Here are some of the common theories that listeners have come up with. The call is a part of a training exercise for 911 operators. The entire situation is just a reenactment. The call is real and not a reenactment and not a fake training example, but in fact is 100% authentic. What we're actually hearing is Ruth panicking over an attempted break-in and not her brutal demise. There's a lot of information out there on this story. If it interests you, I'd highly suggest digging deeper. Mandy ASMR 22 is a TikToker who has been posting increasingly concerning videos. In this particular one, we see footage of some sort of security camera pointing out towards a shed. A strange figure approaches it before this happens.
Just to let you guys know, I don't believe in ghosts or any of this shit. I'm very logical, so unless you can prove it to me, then I believe it. But if not, then it's all there. But it's entertainment, but I don't believe that shit unless I see it. Unless you can prove it to me somehow.
The figure then seemingly disappears off camera, but
like
the
all these
disturbing voice
TikToks, I see these
continues before
TikToks
the
of
figure
hospitals and shit.
returns.
Oh my god, there's a strange noise and shit. Wow, okay, cool, man. I mean, it's entertaining to watch. Gives you a little spook and shock. If you were to tell me, do you believe in this or do you believe in ghosts? I believe in this one, because that's a
security
freaking
camera
running
video
physical being
shows
right there.
Mandy's front yard. Her caption reads, "What do you want?" The figure from before returns.
Give me 1 sec, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go throw my banana away. I just finished eating banana. Ugh. It's not gonna be a jump scare, is it? I mean, these are scary videos found on the internet, so for all I know, this thing can just go like this. Boom, just like give me the Exorcist face or some shit.
The figure continues to walk around the front yard before setting off a motion light. This startles the figure at first, causing it to stumble back into the
Oh my god,
darkness.
I'm a vampire.
While Mandy
I can't
continues to
handle the
capture
lights.
videos of this strange being,
Dude, it looks like a
she
fucking
is still
crackhead.
unsure of what it is. Some commenters have expressed their theories. Kimberly Ann says, "I grew up in the Appalachian Mountains.
What does
That's
it want?
old Letty.
Want some
My
weed.
grandma said, don't let old Letty get you. Lock the doors, and if you go
Want
out at
some
night
up
and
that
she
good
calls,
Zaza.
run." Bad Boy Oliver is a video created by Mr. Friend. It begins with a bus pulling up and a character stepping out. His name is Oliver. He's on his way to see his aunt and uncle, and now that he's 8 years old, he's old enough to go on his own. As Oliver approaches the house, he becomes worried that his aunt and uncle won't recognize him since they haven't seen him in so long. Despite this, his aunt and uncle are delighted to see him. They show Oliver to his room,
Because
and
someone
sitting on
made
the
a
dresser
cartoon.
is a
Cool.
doll named Mr. Bobo. Oliver is afraid of the doll and begins
Mr. Bobo.
talking to it. That night, as Oliver is trying to fall asleep, creepy things begin to happen. The next morning, Oliver wakes up and Mr. Bobo is in his usual spot. He dismisses the night before as a bad dream and plays with his toy, eventually tossing it at Mr. Bobo in anger. The doll falls and Oliver notices something strange.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bobo. Please don't be mad. Huh? What's that?
His eyes blinking. The fuck is that? Oh my god, it's a fucking camera. They've been spying on him or what? Yeah, it's pretty fucking creepy though. Don't open the door. Oh my god.
After discovering the camera, Oliver's uncle shackles him to the ceiling, Mr. Bobo watching intently from the other side of the room. The video then ends, leaving us with the uncertainty of what will happen to Oliver. The following
you
video
imagine
comes
a child
from a
watching
user
that?
named Haley Moore. At the start of the video, we see a little girl through the lens of some sort
Like
of
a child
surveillance
just like going
camera.
through YouTube.
It
and
is
then they click on
past
this
her
video,
bedtime and
they-
she is
they
sitting
see
on a
that?
bunk bed
It
playing
looks
with
like
her
a
dolls.
cartoon.
She is interrupted by the sound of a lullaby going off. She hops down from the bed and looks underneath it. Someone or something has seemingly dragged the little girl under the bed. She calls for her mother in fear before the mother hears her crying. The mother is confused and brings the girl outside the room. Haley has made a follow-up video 2 days after. She explains that they have not been in the room since the incident. She cautiously opens the door and enters before looking under the bed.
TikTok at the paranormal chick. She just made a TikTok for this. I feel like this is so fake, bro. What the hell am I looking at?
In this clip, we can see Haley looking under her daughter's bed when she comes across a strange doll in the darkness. In the slowed down footage, it appears as if the doll moves on its own. Haley stands up and quickly leaves the room.
So for those of you saying that the doll is mechanical and that's how it moved, that doll is plastic, that doll is stuffed. I checked, I looked at Amazon. There's no way that thing should have moved like that.
As of right
Sure,
now,
whatever.
it is uncertain whether Haley and her family are still in the house. I've tried to find updates, but it seems like her original count has been deleted. Regardless, I hope for her daughter's sake that they were able to find peace. Alyssa Vanilla is a YouTuber who has been traveling alone
I only
in her
believe
van.
the TikToks.
In this particular video,
If you,
Alyssa
if you
is
catch
packing her
something
van
weird
for
or
the day
strange,
when a
you
man
make
pulls
a
up
new
to her
TikTok,
on an ATV.
you upload that,
He asks her if she
and
has
that's your
water
only
and
video you
everything
upload.
before
Maybe a
stating
follow-up,
that he's
and
a
that's the
local
only thing you
who
upload.
routinely checks in on
If you
people
upload
in
like
the
other
area.
content before that or after that,
My children
it's fine, just not after that.
so
Because it's fake as fuck.
you're welcome to, fly. Probably would work better since you're a female. It would probably work better if you came by while I was there a couple of times. Just so my wife gets to know you, so she doesn't think there's something stupid going on.
Right.
But, if you need a shower or something,
The man says that his name is Johnny and that he lives nearby. He mentions that Alyssa is free to stop by and use his shower and fill her water jugs up. He then leaves. In the follow-up, Alyssa is relaying what just happened when she hears muffled male voices. Uncomfortable by this, she decides to do her laundry and leave.
I'm not as scared of a
Unfortunately
ghost
for her,
or
Johnny
something
decides to come
paranormal.
back at this time.
I'm not scared of people like this. Fucking stalkers and creepers.
Hi.
This shit scares you even more. Scares me even more than ghosts and
Hi.
paranormal shit.
so you have a guy
Uh-huh.
the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving. Well, I guess I won't be staying.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Your side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving a older Dodge pickup,
Hmm.
and he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people,
Mm-hmm.
but I would stay away from him.
Johnny then points to a white truck in the distance, belonging to the man with binoculars, who is supposedly watching her. She decides to leave, and Johnny continues to stare at her very unnervingly.
Dude's fucking more weirder than a ghost. And this dude needs to take his meds. Bro, man. What the hell is this? T100 at home.
Do you need anything?
No,
Okay.
no.
Alyssa comments on him staring at her before he leaves. She then drives far away. Luckily for her, this appears to be the end of her encounters with Johnny. Since posting the video, some of the commenters have pointed out that Johnny asking her for details, such as how long she's been living in a van and other details, were his way of trying to decipher whether how many people know about her or would notice if she were to end up missing. Another person has pointed out that when Johnny asks to show her the white truck, he mentions that she would have to get out of her van and closer to his ATV in order to see it properly. This was perhaps Johnny's attempt at being able to grab at her. He also tried to entice her and lower her defenses by talking about his wife and children back at home.
Nice, good video.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch
You're
this
welcome.
video.
That was something
If you
sinister.
enjoyed it and would like
Bye-bye.
to see